My child, I know that fear is a weight that presses upon your heart, whispering doubts and stirring unrest. Today's message is simple and sure. Release your fears. I speak to you with authority born of ancient promises and everlasting love. Hear me clearly. What I ask of you is not a burden, but a pathway to freedom. Step beyond the shadows of worry and walk into the light I have prepared for you. The nature of fear and its grip on the soul. Fear is a natural guardian designed to protect you from harm. Yet, when left unchecked, it becomes a prison that locks you away from the fullness of life I intend for you. You have known fear in many forms. The fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of the unknown. Each carries its own whisper, convincing you that safety lies in retreat and self-preservation. Yet I remind you that fear measures possibility by what the human eye can see and the human mind can comprehend. It observes the chasm between where you stand and where you desire to be, and it declares the gap impossible to cross. But you and I dwell not in the realm of sight alone. We dwell in the realm of my spirit, where every barrier dissolves and every promise stands unshaken. The voice that speaks over fear. When fear shouts its alarms, listen instead for my voice. It will not roar with panic, it will speak softly, but with unyielding conviction. You are not alone. I am with you. This voice remembers your name, recalls every moment of your despair, and pledges my presence as the antidote to your trembling heart. You have felt this voice in the quiet of dawn, stirring hope in your soul. You have sensed it in the midst of tears, whispering peace that surpasses human understanding. It is the still, small reassurance that echoes my unchanging nature. I am faithful. I am strong. I am for you. Understanding the call to release fear. Releasing your fears does not mean denying their existence. It means acknowledging them and then entrusting them to me. When you clutch fear tightly, it grows. But when you open your hands, declaring, "I surrender this to you," it loses its power to rule your heart. Imagine your fears as stones in your pockets. As you walk, their weight slows you, strains your muscles, and distracts your spirit. Releasing them into my hands sets you free to run at full speed, unencumbered by doubt or dread. I ask you to cast each one upon me, for I am able to carry them all. The invitation to trust. Faith over fear. Trust is the gateway through which you step into peace. It is not blind leap, but a confident stride based on my proven track record. Recall the times I have guided you through storms, provided in moments of lack, and whispered comfort when sorrow threatened to overwhelm. These memories form the foundation of your trust. When fear beckons you backward, remember the footprints of my faithfulness. Let them become the compass that points you forward. Faith does not negate the obstacles. It empowers you to face them, knowing that I walk beside you. In the tension between reality and hope, faith holds the line. Practical ways to release fear. Release begins with honesty. Speak your fears aloud to me. Pour out your heart in prayer, naming each worry and petitioning for my peace. Prayer is the language of surrender, a dialogue that transforms anxiety into trust. Also, meditate on my promises. Immerse your mind in the truths I have spoken. Let the words of Scripture become the rhythm of your thoughts, a constant reminder of my sovereignty. When fear attempts to replay old tapes of "what if," replace them with "I am with you." Always. Surround yourself with voices of encouragement. Community matters. Lean into relationships that speak life. Share testimonies of my faithfulness and pray alongside you when fear feels overwhelming. Let the unity of believers be a refuge where fear finds no foothold. Finally, practice gratitude. Thank me for what you see and for what you do not yet understand. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from fear to expectation. It awakens your heart to the countless ways I have already provided and the many more ways I will. The freedom that follows surrender. Once you release your fears, you step into a freedom that transforms every aspect of your life. Your mind grows clear. Your heart grows brave. Opportunities that once intimidated you now become avenues of growth. Challenges become invitations to witness my power at work. This freedom is not a fleeting moment, but a continual practice. You may release fear today and encounter it again tomorrow. Each time, return to your posture of surrender. Remember that freedom is found not in the absence of fear, but in the courage to let go. Embracing courage as your new companion. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means acknowledging fear and choosing to move forward anyway. As you release your fears, courage takes its place. Courage stands in the gap where fear once reigned, declaring, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Let courage be your constant companion. When decisions loom large or unknown paths stretch before you, invite me to be your guide. Walk with the confidence that my plans for you are filled with hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. In that promise, find the strength to act. Cultivating a lifestyle of peace. Peace is not a one-time gift, but a way of living. It begins in the quiet moments when you choose to seek me, and it extends into every encounter, choice, and dream. A life marked by peace does not ignore problems. It trusts in my presence amid them. To cultivate this lifestyle, practice stillness. In the noise of modern life, find moments of quiet where you can hear my whisper. Create routines of reflection, morning journaling, midday prayer, evening gratitude. In these rhythms, peace becomes the water that sustains your soul. Overcoming obstacles on the path to freedom. Obstacles will arise. Doubt may return. Situations may conspire to convince you that fear is more sensible than faith. Yet, each obstacle is an opportunity to deepen your trust. When you stand at the crossroads of fear and faith, choose faith. When you face the echoes of past failures, remember my forgiveness. When darkness crowds around, remember that even the smallest light dispels the night. I have not called you to conquer fear by your strength alone. I walk with you, equipping you with my spirit, my word, and my unfailing love. With these resources, no obstacle can endure. The ripple effect of released fear. When you release your fears, you do more than free yourself. You inspire others to do the same. Your courage becomes a beacon. Those who watch you witness the power of a life unshackled by worry. They see hope where once there was despair and believe that they too can breathe freely. Your testimony multiplies my glory. As you walk in freedom, share your story. Speak of the chains that fell, the peace that rose, and the steadfast love that carried you through. In every shared testimony, the invitation echoes. You can release your fears too. Anchoring your identity in me. Fear often takes root when identity feels uncertain. Who am I? What if I fail? But your identity is anchored not in what you do, but in who you are in me. You are my beloved, chosen, redeemed, and empowered. Let this truth be your foundation. When fear asks, "Who are you?" answer, "I belong to the one who holds the universe." In that identity, every fear loses its grip. You stand secure because your worth is unshakable, your purpose unwavering, your future bright in my hands. The path forward. Faith in action. Faith without action remains dormant. To sustain freedom, take steps of obedience. Step toward the dreams once eclipsed by fear. Speak words of kindness in relationships strained by worry. Dare to hope audaciously, believing that my power transforms impossibility into reality. Each faithful step propels you further from fear's domain and deeper into the adventure I have designed for you. I will be your guide, your strength, and your shield. Release your fears today. Lay them gently into my open hands, trusting that I carry them as far from you as the east is from the west. Walk forward with courage, anchored in my promises, and let peace be the melody of your life. You are not defined by what frightens you, but by the one who calls you beloved. Embrace freedom, step into purpose, and know that I am with you always.